They do have great team fight, but I'm very worried for Violent's game here on NEMIGA. He has to wander and deal with instant disables. There's lots of BKB piercing disables. There's a ton of magic damage. There's uncontrollable damage from this gyrocopter that you can't always avoid. There's just, I don't know, man. This feels like a tough game.
No kills, 4 minutes in. Slap cards revoked. But what did you ask again? Who has an advantage or?
Yeah, who benefits most from just like a quiet early game?
It depends on the last hits, right? So far, what's going on? Who's suffering?
Daniel,
let's go!
Fire! It's gonna end up being first blood, but it's just over 4 minutes. Counts for me. Mid lane, we also saw Malrine able to get the kill with the help of Hellscream onto the Ember Spirit.
It's like he's extremely underfarmed. Malik
might get a kill onto Malik down bottom here. The Fire Spirits have connected. One more right click is all they need. And Violent was very disciplined about not making the initial jump onto the Beastmaster. Not going to get trapped under the tower. In the meantime, Malady will find himself taking a tumble in this mid lane after they force out Malrine to use his first Rolling Thunder, applying solo pressure on the enemy team.
Yeah, there are some nice things against him. Like you have the Treant, right? Like you also have the Roar. Phoenix is dead.
Yeah. Though. They're coming bottom with Mars, and they're gonna try use the first arena of the game. Roll connects before the spear, so Vazia unable to make the full combo happen onto Malik. As a result, this Beastmaster is still alive. He's taking quite a lot of damage though, and after this Rolling Thunder and a couple of right clicks, his life will eventually come to an end. That is a kill onto him, but that's a 4-hero rotation to make that happen. Not the worst thing in the world for Navi. That probably coincides with how heavily focused a lot of these games have been towards the carry performance, right?
Roger, my man, I know we're boomers, both me and you, but Midas?
Instituting that Midas technology, man. Top lane, right now Vazia not gonna get killed off. He might actually just make a turnaround. Gets a young Arena out onto Malady. The spear follow-up misses, doesn't get the connection, but they might still have the damage overall. At the same time, Shigetsu going onto Hellscream. Malady's still alive. Malrine's gonna chase him down, but it's taking so long. Rolling Thunder puts him very low, but it still doesn't finish him. Melayul even shows up to finally bring down Hellscream. But Malady was able to make so much space for his lineup.
They smoked up and the blink is there, right? So it should be a bit easier for them.
We also have an observer ward that just barely scouts Shigetsu, but he's going the wrong way. This is not what they wanted. They wanted him to go left. He goes right to meet his team. This might be a big fight here, Lizard. They jump on the gyrocopter. They have the damage out. Arena spear, but they don't kill him off just yet. There's been a big call down from said Gyro. And with his Aghanim Scepter, he's laying in so much damage. Finger of Death back onto Pango, kills him off. And Gyro is still alive.
Still alive.
With the Aghanim Scepter putting in so much work. Malrine trying to escape at long last at the end of the fight, but he ends up dead instead. Navi don't lose a single target.
That's the only thing I'm thinking. But overall, really nicely done by Navi. They were the ones smoke on, so the vision wasn't completely in their favor. And they still managed to take a really good fight, saving the gyro. The Sunray perhaps was not connecting on the gyro for as long as it could have. But maybe an egg was necessary earlier too.
The fight that might break out again, Malady, he gets caught out first, but these heroes on NEMIGA, especially Roger, not the healthiest at the moment. So not so sure they have what it takes to keep the fight going.
Yeah.
Maybe in that fight as well, if they manage to get off the Supernova, that might have also been different, some additional damage on forcing them to play around the egg, but things just went perfectly for Navi. And speaking of that Supernova, it does get triggered now. They get a beautiful 2-hero stun now. Can they actually kill off this egg? No, but he'll die first. Vazia, he's also going to lose his life inside the arena that he costed. At least it buys time for Malrine to roll out of here, but Malrine is sticking around. Denial is out of mana, so he can't stun him up further. But Roger might be the one gets caught out. Melayul will miss with the Searing Chains, but they should still have the damage with the Slide. Turning this into another 4 heroes dead. Yes, you get the Aegis, but man, was it expensive.
Ruining my games again. Right, kicking heroes down.
This game is about to be ruined, and he gets blinked on by Denial, XX Vampire. Sets up Shigetsu for an easy kill. And now we have a Gyro with a mega kill streak, a tier 2 tower about to fall. And Navi just looking completely dominant in game 1 so far.
Yeah, already going up the hill. He has to be a bit... well, does he have to be careful? I guess so. He does have BKB, but on the right side, who's caught?
Hellscream. They even overgrowth him to kill him. To be fair, he did get the wisdom rune for the crew, so it was a worthwhile death. They're tier 2 tower.
They have a decent ward now, and they have a level 2 egg. Maybe they could fight around that, but it's not gonna be easy. Beastmaster with the BKB, Gyro with the BKB, Ember with the BKB. These guys just wanna end this game.
Yeah. Ember Spirit will scout out Roger. He's gonna start poking him to try and draw out an early supernova. Also got hit with some flat cannon shots, so they should know there's a ward nearby. Will they deward it in time? Oh, what a blink back. Denial draws out the arena but doesn't die. They kill off Roger with a slide of fist. Look at this Vengeful Spirit dying too for Hellscream. Both supports are gone and it's cost them nothing. In the meantime, homing missile connects onto Vazia. He is certainly going to die here in the trees. Denial blinks on top of him, hexes him up, sets up the very easy kill, which Melior will happily claim. And while all this is happening, Malik and Shigetsu are happy to push down the tier 2 tower, and now they're on the high ground, hoping to put damage on the tier 3 as well.
Yeah, there are some buybacks. There's still a BKB on PA if Violent moves back. It's hard to defend against without him, but Jaru is already on 50% HP. If they could poke him a bit, but there's no one to poke. There's only Pango here.
Also, if this was last patch Pango, where Swashbuckle's still disarmed, that could be different, but with it only applying a slow, it doesn't have as much counter push threat in these kind of situations. Although Mars is up in 5, so they need to decide right now, are we committing on will we getting the hell out? They will, oh my god! Phoenix jumped in, hoping to dissuade them from entry. Ends up dead instead. Does have buyback though. Will be forced to trigger it out. At the same time, they swap back Mars to keep him alive. Primal Roar onto the Phoenix. It's an instant dieback onto Roger. Violence also gets caught out on the low ground. Forced to pop a BKB just to escape this fight. But he will not be allowed to do so.
GG.
There's way too much control. There's way too much damage. And the game is just way too over right now. Navi take the W, they get the team wipe, and they put themselves ahead in this best of 3 series. Playing the game super early, as pretty much all these NEMIGA heroes just need like one item to really be online for the early game.
Yeah, I think this is a true test. Like first game, it just went real bad, real fast. I think we should see game 3, unless Navi is just a much stronger team.
So who wins out in a game that looks like this yet again? Very static and quiet in the early game.
I think they're quite similar in the way they want to play the game. Both teams should be fairly active post the laning stage. So you want to do well in the lanes, but the lanes are even, so there isn't really any big winner. Besides the DK.
This is beautiful time to be a Maori in DK.
They want to dive even. Like they have 3 heroes here.
Oh, look at this. They're actually going to dive with the Fortune's End onto Daniel, hoping to catch the Primal with it, but that doesn't happen. Daniel should end up dead, however, as he dies to the right click of Malorine after being set up with the nice Purifying Flames. And they're continuing the fight, looking towards Melior's life. Malady forced to make a rotation, but Melior might still be dead here. So much magic damage from Hellscream. There's going to be the Purifying Flames into a Fortune's End, and that kills him off, granting a double kill for Roger in this early game. This feels such a good thing to have happened to them as they also get a tier 1 tower. Malrine, can they get him out of here safely? Roger trying his best. They threw out
She's still fine.
Spells. Malrine is still alive, regenerating with the level 3 Dragon's Blood, and he's A-okay. What do you think? Are we going to see him go for like Midas Axe for the DK this game as mid lane? We do finally get to see Melior and the boys get a kill using like Pulverize going. Malady's gonna try help out from inside the tree. Swarmbug does connect onto this DK as Melior also makes an appearance. They throw in the Pulverize onto Oracle. They want to kill off the healing supports first and foremost, but he's alive right now. Malorine able to get the turnaround onto Shigetsu with the help of this Dawnbreaker coming in with the Solar Guardian. The DK now has more allies streaming into the fight. They look for Melior. Violence ruptures him for his efforts. Gets the kill, collects that lane tax for having made the rotation.
He's got a lot of armor, but Weaver is also around. If they can connect with Shigetsu, he moved back.
Alright, he did move back. He should be dead here.
Anyways.
Have the Pulverize if needed, but Just some magic damage and trample ends up being good enough.
I think Lincoln's would be pretty damn solid for him.
This game stayed middle. They're actually going on to this Time Hunter. They're going to try to bring him down. They threw in the Mystic Flare. They even utilized the Solar Guardian to make sure they get that kill. They had this high ground Observer Ward, which did scout out the Bloodseeker. But they should also know that Oracle is behind them. But killing him, not that easy. Tumbler's Toy, Finger of Death, they get all the spells out, but there's the Oracle with the False Promise. Ravage, though, arrives and connects onto 3. Sets up for a kill onto Oracle. They really want to keep this fight going with the Overgrowth, enabling them to kill Bloodseeker as well. But Vazia, what a huge Starbreak in the middle of the fight, brings down Denial with the help of Hellscream. It's a 2-for-1 engagement, but they're still chasing forward for Navi. Shigetu looking for a way to bring down these heroes, as they also onslaught into Malrine. He's completely isolated in front of the graveyard, and this DK will finally die.
That's a Wisdom Rune.
Sets them up to take a tier 1 tower. They get the Wisdom Rune as well as it respawns.
This is usually how teams do play with Tide Hunter, right? Like you might not rotate a lot early on. It might be rough, but that first Ravage just wins you the fights, or second in this case. Melody.
See what this Rupture does for them, because they Rupture out onto Melody. Look who came forward though, it's Malady on this tree. He was hoping to Overgrowth, but got instantly silenced by Hellscream. And they burst him down instead. Oh.
Weaver, Shigetsu
actually comes through the Twin Gate, able to time-lapse back onto the other side. They may be setting up for a fight here, as Daniel, he went through the Twin Gate, hoping to maybe find some Impale targets, set up Malik for a Ravage, but instead just ends up dead.
So, overall, come late game, I'm really not afraid for them. Even though they're playing into Weaver, I feel that they might be stronger. Violent. He's got the BKB.
And delivered right now, so you can try force a fight here. Ravage comes out, he's got False Promise and he uses BKB. They're also bringing in the Solar Guardian as well. It crashes in onto Malik. At the same time, Melody goes into the fight, and with the help of Malady, they bring down Oracle, and now they pulverize and bring down the Bloodseeker. Finger of Death directly onto Vazia. Meeks, he's very low on the HP, and they finish him off with the Earth Spike. 3 heroes dead. That's the gold for the Blade Dagger on the Lion, and they knew that fight was coming. NEMIGA, they thought they were set up to protect the Bloodseeker, but everybody who came to help him just ended up being additional victims.
They're baiting on the Bloodseeker again. He still has that BKB, obviously. A second less, obviously, but
they're actually going to smoke up themselves right now. NEMIGA, they go in onto Malady. They should be able to burst them down. They come in with the Solar Guardian as well, but the beautiful chain disables from Daniel, opening up space on the back edge of the fight. Melody hunting down this Oracle with the BKB ready to go. They have the Ravage available as well. It stuns absolutely everybody, and they get rid of Roger. Now what else can they do? Daniel will draw stuns away from Malrine as well as the Vazia Dawnbreaker, but that means that Melody can just easily re-engage. They really want this Dawnbreaker. She's so low. She's dying, but it's only Melody as well as Malik trying to make this happen. Fortunately, they have a lot of ground targeting damage, so they do find the kill. At the same time, Shigetu, is he gonna get silenced here? He will. Can he get away from this Bloodseeker? He doesn't have any.
Let's go.
They're chasing him. Violent really wants this kill, and Violent will get it. What a chase down from this Bloodseeker, and that is why you pick him into Weaver.
they smoke up once again. If they can pick off these supports first, it would be good. Perhaps you don't even have to worry about Oracle. He doesn't have ulti anymore.
Oh, Lion! Yet again, finding two heroes with the Earth Spike, setting up for an onslaught from Melayo. Ravage comes through as well. They've already killed off two, and with the Pulverize to set up for the Dawnbreaker, we make that 3. Violet comes back from his first life, but in the meantime, Malrine was left all alone to fight against these Navi heroes. A fight he'll end up losing as Melayo gets a double kill. Violence doing his best inside the base, healing up on the Bloodseeker though. Look at Violet go. He should be able to kill Melayo, get back the HP. Now he turns onto Malik as well. Malik ran down, giving a triple to the Bloodseeker. Shigetsu had to flee, run far away from the fight. The next Roche not that far away from coming, so probably gonna have a fight around the pit to determine where this game goes.
No, I really like it as well, and we're gonna see some big items right on both sides. The Skadi will be completed on Weaver. After a creep wave or two, he should have it. Mid lane though, Roger.
He's gonna get himself bursted down here, and they might keep going. Melayo going on the high ground, has Pulverize at the ready. Malady sets them all up with a 3-hero overgrowth. Malrine does not have a BKB to protect himself, so will be pulverized, will be killed off, and the rest of the Liga just need to flee. Hellscream barely manages the TP attempt out, but Navi still showing they have a lot of punch themselves.
Malik. Let's see, there's a good dire ward on the cliff scouting them.
They know this is coming. Have a lot of awareness about what this engagement might look like, but
They just don't know. They don't know when Rosh can respawn. That's the problem for Radiant. So they might have to go in.
50 seconds. Oh, look at this, Malik. He misses the gush on the high ground, so that means the DK can blink out. But yet another great stun from the Lion. Now they're setting up onto this Bloodseeker. Violet gets off his BKB. Doesn't find the False Promise just yet. Finally it emerges. It leaves the Stormbreaker in the dust though. So Malik is going to be forced to die early on. Hopefully not.
Oh, the finger. Oh.
Violence, and they get the finger on him. It denies any additional heal. He dies. Malik's Ravage bought them enough time that they can control the team fight, kill all the main heroes to bring down, and force NEMIGA to retreat to the base. They're gonna try though. They're gathering themselves up bottom, and it looks like a fight might break out shortly as they smoke up Navi heroes, 4 of them moving forward. They're baiting with Shigetsu. They see Violent though. They know for a fact he has backup, but they have so much control. They get the swarm onto 2 heroes. There's the Blink Ravage.
And another one.
Kill the Oracle. The second one will be there. Finger of Death onto Bloodseeker. He is dead. Malrine gets pulverized into a straight overgrowth, so he cannot escape the fight even with his BKB. And once this BKB ends, his life is going to be forfeit. They jump after him. He does manage to blink into the base though, so Malrine outplaying them a little bit, but Bloodseeker and Oracle not so lucky, and the buildings in the base not going to be able to move away as well.
Even is way too big. Heart, Kaya and Sanj, 5k HP almost. Like, look at him, and living armor on top of all of that. He's just this is just looking nuts.
Still have 30 seconds without Bloodseeker. He does not have buyback. They are not aware of this, but once they see him not buy back now, they should be very much aware that, all right, we just keep pushing, boys. What a melee racks down bottom, looking for a second one through the mid lane. Malrine will mount as many defenses as he can, but to what end? They know that they're going to get the lane of racks. 2 full sets through mid, through bottom. And this game just looks much, much easier for them to play up until they get the W.
Yeah, Malik moved back in. They do smoke up. Top lane, Violent is under vision.
Oh no, this is the worst person to catch first. He's under vision, only has a 6-second BKB. Does have Oracle to help him out, and there's going to be the first chain disable coming in from Daniel. False Promise will be needed here, and now the Ravage comes out, catches 3 heroes. They can run down Oracle and kill off Roger. He does have buyback. Meloyol though comes into the middle of the fight. Pulverize onto the DK, even through his BKB.
Ravage.
I think he ends up dead here. The second Ravage comes out. It doesn't catch all the important heroes, but it does set up an easier fight. In the meantime, Shigetsu is just cleaning up house. He kills the DK, he kills Violence, and now they're gonna kill off Oracle and remove NEMIGA's hopes of winning game 2. GG, well played is called. Navi get the 2-0 and move forward in the upper bracket of the Eastern European Qualifiers.